Hey guys, I'm just hanging out here in my studio. About a month ago, I bought the Boss Katana Mark II 50 watt. And if you've been a avid watcher of my channel, you know that I really like the Boss Katana. I take it out and play gigs with it. I mostly use it as a pedal platform for playing small clubs. I've even played a few bigger gigs with it and just put my pedal board in front of it. I've also put Helix in front of it. The new one has a power amp input, which means you can run Helix into it like an FR cabinet. And there's a few other options on it. The effects controls are separate. There's like a double knob for effects to control more effects, and to control separate delay, boost, and modulation controls, stuff like that. And there's a voice, or a variation control is what it's called on the Katana. And so we're going to check that out as well. And I'm just going to run through, I mostly just want to run through the sounds, and then at the end I'm going to just put a pedal in front of it just to see if it reacts how my other Katana does to pedals, and that's the whole reason. I've mostly bought this so I could run Helix through it if I want to out live, and as a pedal platform. I don't really get into the whole editing of all the patches and try to find the exact sounds. I just try to find my sound with my pedals or Helix or whatever I'm using. In the clean channel, mostly what I like these for is just it's a low-cost solution to a small, lightweight, clean amplifier that's not tube, but almost sounds like a tube, especially when you run pedals in front of it. So anyway, and I've had a ton of compliments live about my tone from other musicians running the Boss Katana 50, the original. And so I just wanted to check this one out, and maybe I might take both these out and run them in stereo. I don't know yet. I haven't really got that far with it yet because gigs are kind of non-existent at this time. So anyway, let's check it out. I have just kind of a sound dialed up. I've got the treble dialed back to about between 10:30 and 11 o'clock. The mid is about 1 o'clock, and the bass is at noon. I've got a reverb on that's about 11 o'clock, and a delay that is about 11 o'clock. And the way I'm running this today is I have the master cranked all the way up, and I'm using the volume as kind of like the main volume, and then I have the gain on each channel set to about noon. So that, just so you guys know, those are all the settings. I get asked all the time, what were the settings? Those are them. I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to go through each patch just like that on the amp. I'm not going to try to dial in any to make it sound better or worse. I just have that one setting. We're going to go through each amp setting on this and let you guys hear it. Anyway, this is the clean channel. Here we go. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try out the variation setting on the clean channel. So this is with it pushed in. So let's turn the variation setting on. Let's go to the next channel, which is called Crunch. All right, here's Crunch with the variation setting pushed in. So what I'm hearing from the variation button is that it's brightening things up. Maybe just bringing things forward more with some brightness. I kind of like it a little darker. I don't think I would ever use that unless I'm looking for something specific if I was recording, or maybe if I was in a setting where the room was really, really dead and dark sounding, I would maybe push that in. But I don't know. I don't know how much you guys can tell on the video of a difference there is, but I can tell here that it's just kind of getting brighter, maybe pushed forward a little more. All right, let's move to the next channel, which is the lead channel. All right, this is with the variation button pushed in. next channel will be the brown. This is variation pushed in. Variation off. Okay, so, all right, so now I want to go back to the clean channel and just put a pedal in front of it and see how it sounds. And again, this is my clean channel. Right? And the pedal that I'm going to be using is the TC Electronics Mojo pedal. And this is what it sounds like. Let's turn the drive up a little bit. All right, you guys, that sounds pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with what Katana does as a pedal platform. It really brings out, I feel like, the character of pedals and what they really sound like. Maybe not quite as good as a real tube amp, but for how lightweight it is, I got tired of hauling around like a 50-pound, 60-pound tube amp. My back just got tired of it over the years. So when these babies came out and they sounded this good with pedals in front of them, that's kind of what I started doing a few years ago, and I love it. You know, other solutions could be hauling around a head and a cab that aren't that heavy, but that's just more trips as well. But whatever. I mean, I still love hauling my my tube amps around if it's like just a head and a cab. But the big heavy Fender amps, stuff like that. In fact, I'm still trying to get rid of my my Hot Rod DeVille. I love that amp, but I haven't taken it out of the house in probably like 4 years. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. That's kind of, I didn't really do like an in-depth as far as like the editing you can get into with the app, and I didn't do like a direct sound, and I didn't run my Helix through it, but I have already run my Helix through it, and I can say it sounds great. You just have to dial in your EQs on your amp models to make it sound how you want it. And yeah. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comments of the Boss Katana Mark II 50 watt. I'm Rich Bischoff. Thanks for watching, and have an excellent rest of your day. See you later.